Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Hello everybody. Welcome back to our tutorials from zero to hero, mastering Autodesk Inventor. We are in tutorial 1, caster wheel project. In this video, we'll discuss how to create drawings. It's the last thing that we do when we finish our design of our device, creating parts, assemble these parts, have an exploded drawing of this part. At the end, we have to have drawings for manufacturing. Okay, so let's go to our inventor. This is our inventor, and we'll go back to home. And here we have the last module, it's drawing. If you use the default inventor drawing, I'll click on it and see. Click OK. Of course, we use the ISO first angle projection as we configured our default template. And here we have sheets. On the browser, we have sheet 1. Okay. And this is our title block. We called ISO. If you click this sign and double click the text field, you can here see that we have fields that we want to fill, like title, part number, company, author, created by, engineered by, etc., etc. Okay, we click on this one to fill this. Okay, we go to summary. You can here write a title. Okay, you can write a subject, who's the author, company, etc., etc., project. Okay, you can here give all these things. Status, custom, okay, save, وهكذا. Close. Let me bring, here we have our ribbon and place views. Of course, we'll deal with views, okay? And let us click the base. We have base view. We have nothing here. You have to go to the click open existing file. When you click this folder, it will direct you as usual to our workspace. Just take a bracket, click open. So this is my bracket and this is my U cube. You can choose between front, left side, right side, okay, back, any view you wish, okay, or top view to start with. Okay, so we need our drawing to be the same as this one. So we take the left side. We take the left side as a base view. Go back here and go back to front. And this, sorry, we'll take the front view. Okay, so this is the front view. Here we have styles. We have hidden line, we have no hidden line, and we have shaded. We'll discuss this. Here the view label, and here we have scale. If I click OK, or right now, so I have, this is my front view with hidden line shown here. If you decide to change, you change your mind, you don't need hidden lines, then double click this one to edit. I can go remove hidden line removed, click OK, so I don't see my hidden lines. But I want to see them, double click here and go back to put them. What about shaded? Then if we click shaded, it will be shaded with the color. It will be shaded with the color. Of course, shaded, it can be shaded with the hidden lines removed. It can be shaded with hidden lines. And this is the styles of my view. So I have a drawing here. I don't need anything. I'll take shaded out. Okay, click on the shaded, it will take out. Double click here. I don't need shaded. Okay, let us go back to hidden. So this is my view. I will not continue. If you need other views, you have to project them. Then project, this is the parent view, we call it. Project. click the view, you can project the side view. You go down, you can project the top view. Right click, create. They are all be similar, the same style as the parent view or the base view. If we are moving, can you see a connection between front and side view? And there's a connection between front and top view. They are moving together. Okay, so this is front, left side view, and top view according to first angle projection. Okay, in order to give more details, we go to annotation tab, and here we have dimensions, we have center line, center point, center marks. Click the center and click this one. We have our center line. We have bisector center line, bisector. You can click these two lines between them. He will create our, or you can take a center line from here to here, and this is a center line. And all here we have stack of center line, and here we can give bisector from here to here and from here to here. Good. So this is my 3 views of my brackets. If I want to have an ISO view, you have to project view from any of these. Click on it and go diagonally. Okay, horizontally we'll have left and right side. Vertically we'll have the top view, bottom view if you go up. Okay, but if you need an ISO view, you have to go diagonal, click, right click, create. Usually we make this shaded, okay, in order to show the part, etc., etc. Then parent view, base view, projected views. These are all projected views. Okay, annotate again. Let's give some dimensions. If I click a dimension here, okay, and I'll click from here to here, for example. Okay, click OK, and we can see this is the dimension that will give. Of course, I change the style. When you use this template in your style, okay, you will not have this 40. Okay, you will have it this way. Okay, cancel, escape. Let's see if you can have it. What is it? Okay. Default ISO. So this is what you have. This is the default that you have it in your drawings because you didn't set anything to your drawings. Okay, the other thing is the same with the title block. When we have engineering, we have etc. It's for this title drawings, or this default template of drawings is for companies or factories. Okay, we are here in educational purpose, so I create a new template, okay, for educational purposes, where we can put our names, our IDs, our section, etc., etc. And I change these dimensions to be dimension styles. Okay, a lot of things I changed. I'll show you. So we will not use this one, the default. I'll close it. No. When I'm going to drawing, I have to have the advanced. Click this one, go to advanced, and I'll have it here. Okay, I'll put you the template, okay, to use for you. Double click the template, and here it asks me for a student name, student ID. You can fill this frequently with your name, with your ID, PC number, etc. I will not fill anything now. And this is my new template with a new yellow box. Here is the logo of your university or institute. Here's the name of the subject, like Okay, here's the college. Okay, file name will be automatically filled when you save this. Okay, your instructor name, the date, it will be automatically, and sheet numbers, sheets, etc., etc. Let's take our bring our browser back. Go to view again. Okay, user interface, model browser. Good. So this is our first sheet. Usually in the first sheet of any project, I put the shaded assembly. Okay, so when you go to place views, when you click the base, you have to go to this folder. Other thing, what's interesting in the drawing, if you open any of your drawings here, I open my assembly and I go back to my drawings, I click the base, you'll understand that I'll bring the last opened part or assembly, or etc., etc. We take the last opened. I can now, of course, orient it at the view that I want. Let us scale it 1:1 here, 1:1. It's fine with me. Okay, without any label views, we need it shaded and we need it hidden. We need it shaded and hidden as our first page. Okay, good. Let's go back. Are we satisfied? Yes, click OK. So this is my exploded assembly. Shaded 3D shaded assembly. Now you can go to annotate, of course. You can create a text box, and we can write down here. It's our main page, caster wheel, the name of our project. You can highlight this one and take a little bit bigger font. You can change the color of the font if you wish. Click OK. The same as the text. You can make it underline. You can make it bold. Okay, here we have our alignment. We align it center to center, and here center to center. Click OK. It's fine with me. Save. Again, we'll save it the same name as the save. Okay, and you can see here my caster wheel, the file name appears automatically. The date, this is my date of today. Okay, this is sheet number 1 of 1. And here, keep clicking too much times in order to have these, and we'll name it as shaded assembly. Then we rename our sheet shaded assembly. Of course, if you have a big project, okay, you'll be confused. What's in this sheet? What's in this sheet? So we'll name our sheet in order to be organized and know what's inside our sheet. In this sheet, we have shaded assembly. Save. Next, we need another sheet. Unfortunately, most of people go to new, okay, and create another file, okay, etc., etc. And what we want here, this is another sheet. We have 2 files. Discuss that. This is another file. He create the other sheet, 3rd file, 4th file. You have many files. This is a bad way of work. I'll close this one. You can have all your project, many sheets, file, only one file. In order to do so, go to place views and click new sheet. Again, you have filled the data here, and we have another sheet here. Okay, base. Okay, exploded. We need an exploded here. So we'll open our folder. Go to exploded. This is a caster wheel exploded. This is assembly. Here we have a preview. This is an exploded. Click open. And here we have only one view 1 that we did it already. Of course, you can have more than one view, and you can check them here. View 1, they will all appear here. View 1, let us give it to scale 1:2, 1:1, It's too big, 1 to 1. 1.5. It's okay. 1 to 1.5. Now, still don't click anywhere. You can move. Can you see the move sign on my arrow? Then you can move your view to fit in the way that you want. Of course, this is my view cube. You can rearrange it. The arrangement of my view is good. I click OK. Again, I need it shaded. Good. Now, I'll hit save. Click OK. This is exploded assembly. I'll change this one to exploded assembly. In the exploded assembly, we have to deal with, as I show you in the previous videos, with balloons and part lists. So we'll number our parts, and here we create a table with the name of our parts and their specification. In order to do so, you have to go to annotate, and we have here balloons. Okay. In order to give number our reference balloons, just come to the part and it's highlighted. Can you see? It's highlighted. Click on the part. Click OK at the first time. And this is my balloon and gives numbers. Okay, right click, continue. I'll hit this part. Give it a number. I'll hit this part. Give it a number. This part. The rubber. The bush. You can, of course, pan. Keep clicking with the middle wheel and move your mouse. I want to put it here. All these, I'll take them out a little bit there because of my title block. I'm done with the balloons. Right click, cancel or escape in your. So this way we give numbering. We number our parts. The number that it gives depends on the sequence that you bring your parts into assembly the first time. You remember we bring first part, we brought it, it was the bracket, then we bring a wheel, but then we brought bushes, and then we put bolt washer and nut. So we gave them the same sequence. This sequence you can change it if you wish anytime. Save. Okay. We need a part list. We have part list ready. Part list here, part list. Okay, hit the view that you wanna part list for it, click OK. And this is my part list. You can put it at the top, you can put it down as you wish. Okay, what's in part list? He gave me the same as I explained in previous videos. Item number, it's one bracket. We have only one. Let us check. Yes, we have bracket number 1, only one bracket. And the material is steel mild. The same way for others. You can, of course, here change the size of the columns by, can you see the double arrow? I can make it only one line if I want to take, I wish this one. Okay, this is one line, and you can take this. But to have two lines, it will be too much. Okay, so I'll keep it back. Then you can play with this. Want to have it to arrange it, the column width that you wish. Next, how to edit this part list. For any reason, we want to change the numbering. In order to change the number, click here the number. Here, override here the item. If I change this one to 3, click OK. It's changed here. Okay. But we have 3 here. You have to change one to another number, etc., etc. You want to change the numbering. Of course, I don't want to. Other thing you can change the number from what? From the part. If you click the part list, you're in the part list editing editor. And as we can see, we have 2 yellow, but we have confliction. You have two parts, the same number. So I'll go back here and change it to 1 again. Okay, click here anywhere, and then this is 1, 2, 3, and any edited part number, it will give you a green rectangle, sorry, a blue rectangle. Okay, sorry. You can add as columns as you wish to this part list by going to column chooser from here, and we have all the columns that we can add to our part list. For example, we want to add the mass. Click M, going down, this is my mass. You can add it to our part list. Click OK, and this is click OK. Let's expand this one a little bit, and this is the mass. According to the steel mile, the bracket will weight almost half a kilogram, 0.440, okay, etc., etc. If I click OK now, it will be added to my part list here. So you can change, okay, the column width. You can add columns as much as you can from our column chooser. If we want to give the name, a name for this part list, then go here and go for, okay, table layout. Here you can change the name from part list to caster wheel if you wish. Here we have our text styles. You can change, you can create any text style and change the text styles of the title, text styles of the column headers, okay, text styles of the data. Then you have to create text styles. I'll show you next how to do this. Okay, so you can change. Click OK, click OK, and we have a name for our part list. Save. Okay, so this way we have our exploded drawing. We show the end user or the manufacturer the sequence of assembling these parts. Of course, if we keep trails in our explode assembly, they will show a line will be connect this part with this part to show him the sequence with lines. Place views and go new sheet. Okay, what we'll have in our next sheet. The next sheet, I want to have my assembly section. Then base again. This is my assembly. Okay, and I will need to see inside. Okay, if I have fits and tolerances, we'll talk about them later. Okay, to show them in my assembly. Okay, and to do so, I'll have the front view. We didn't change our views there. It gives here as a top. This is my front view. 1 to 1.5. Okay, well, 1 to 1. Let's give it 1 to 1. Okay, it's too big now. Let's keep it 1.5. I'll put my view here and click OK. Now we'll create sections. Sections, which means, as I show you, temporary sections. Do you remember? I'll show you in our parts. Then we want to cut our assembly and see what's inside. To create a section, go to sections, click the section. Okay, click the view that you desire to create section N. And now don't click. Let's pan it there. Just hover. Move your mouse here. Don't click. In order to define the middle, I need a section at the middle of my assembly. If I go from the middle up, you can see the dotted line. Okay, we want to create a cutting plane, what we call it cutting plane or cutting line. Then this is the beginning of my cutting line. Click. Now you can see a line. Okay, I'll go down. Okay, out of my assembly and keep it vertically and click. This is the end of my cutting plane. It's the end of my cutting plane. Right click and hit continue. And now I have my cutting plane AA. Okay, and you can create a left section or right section. Can you see the arrows? Then the arrow show, okay, points towards the sectional view. The arrow, can you see the arrow? It goes there if I have right sectional view, or there if I have left sectional view. I click OK. Click here. And this is the place that I want my section in. This is my parts sectioned. In sectional view, usually we put what we call hatch lines, or these inclined small lines inside. Where do I have material? So in the bracket, as you can see, we have hole here. It's out of material. Let me take a projected view out of this section in order to show you in the 3D. And to create a 3D view, we go diagonally. Okay. And this is my 3D. Right click, create. This is my 3D view. Can you see? Then this is the section. It cuts my assembly, okay, from the middle, and we can see what's inside. If I take a view of this one, okay, project from this one, if I take a view, right click, create, it's closed. Can you see? But I want to see what's inside, so I create a section. This is a view, but this is a section. In order to see what's inside, delete. Of course, you can delete any view. Click the view and delete it. Hit the delete button in your mouse. Okay. So then these where we have material, we call it hatch line or section line. Okay. These section lines, in order to show you that this is a part, but this is another part. As you can see, they are directed in the opposite direction. The standard direction of the hatch line, usually we use it 45 degrees. You can scale the distance between these lines. If I gave it 2, okay, hit anywhere, can you see that the distance, the scale is 2. Click OK. Next, this one is in the opposite direction, because they are adjacent parts. They have to be in opposite direction. So I'll give it -45. Okay, I'll keep the scale 1. Click OK. For small parts, we have small scales. Let us see 0.5. What will happen? If I give it 0.5, it will be better. Click OK. This one the same. Okay, -45. Let's give it 0.5 scale of our hatch. Okay, now we have another adjacent parts, the wheel and the bush. Double click the wheel, change it to 45 or 135, it's the same. Just keep the scale as one, it's a little bit big part. Click OK. Now we will hatch our rubber. Usually the rubber have another type of hatching. Okay, then we'll go to other here. I usually use not NC31, but no. NC34, no. 33. What is it? Plastic and rubber, 34. Okay, no. Fiber. What is it? Well, 37, sorry. Yes. 37. Then NC37, click OK. And this is the rubber. Just gave it 45 degrees. And scale it down. 0.5, yes, it's fine. Click OK. So this is my sectional assembly. Here we can go to annotate, put center lines, as I explained before. We have center line here, the wheel holes, and we can create a center line from the beginning of my bolt to the end of my bolt. Somebody asked, we already cut our bolt, but it didn't cut. Can you see? Why? This is an exception for standard parts. All standard parts, when we create a section, they didn't cut. We have other exceptions. Okay, we have other exceptions in our sections. The same way, we don't need this one, we'll delete it. Click OK. And here we can again go to annotate balloons and give balloons to our parts. You can finish with them. We can give from here. Number 4, 3, okay, 2, 7, 6, and the bolt. Here's my bolt. Okay, where's my bracket? This is my bracket, number 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is all my parts. Escape in your keyboard and go to part list as usual. Click any view, click OK. We put our part list here. You can edit it as you wish. You can put the number here. Sorry. Part list name, etc. etc. Save. And this is my third sheet. Next, we'll go to detail drawing. And this is assembly drawing. This is exploded assembly drawing. This is shaded 3D drawing. And now we'll go to our detail drawing. Okay, detail drawing is the drawing of the parts that give full detail of any part. Okay. I'll give an example for the wheel and you'll do the rest. I'll take the wheel as an example and you'll do the rest. Again, new sheet, then we'll go to place views. Don't forget to save. Click OK. New sheet. You fill the data and click OK. This is my last sheet. We'll rename it detail 1. Maybe you would have more detailed views. Okay, detail drawing. Okay, or detail drawing 1. This one will change the name of it. It's sectional assembly. Sectional. Sorry. Assembly. Here we have. Okay, take this assembly out. Why do we write it two times? And this is sectional assembly, and this is detail drawing. Okay. So base. Let us take my wheel. Open. Where is my wheel? This is my wheel. Open. I need 2 views. This is a little bit bigger. Keep it 1:1. It's too big one. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Keep your wheel. Your holes, small holes here in the wheel at the vertical direction. If you have them like this, when you create a section, you will not hit the hole. So we'll keep it vertical. This is my hole. Click OK. And now we'll create a section as I told you. We hit the view. We go to the center. Don't click, just move in order to have the green dot. Move your mouse up and you have this hidden or dotted line. Click to start your section cutting line or cutting plane. Click here to finish it. Right click continue, and this is my sectional view. This is my sectional view. Okay. Automatically Inventor knows that this is section AA, and all the sheets he'll continue changing the name of the section AA. If you decide to change it, okay, you double click here. Okay, and you can change the label to CFS as you wish. We use all the capital letters except XYZ. We don't use them. Okay, let us work with our, again, annotate center line. This is my center line, main center line. Bisectors, okay, 1, 2, okay, 1, 2, okay, I'm done. Now I'll show you how to create this type of center lines that we call it centerline pattern. You can see it here. We have centerline pattern to give the PCD diameter. Then how to do it? Let's go back. In order to do it, you should have the cross, okay, centerline mark, sorry. You should have centerline mark. Okay, let's go to pattern. When you create a pattern, as usual, we need the center of the pattern. This is the center of the pattern. And now you can select where the pattern will go. Will go from this hole to this hole to this hole. If you click the hole, or you can click the center of the hole as you wish, the same. Okay, to this hole and go back and click the last item that you select. Right click and create. And we have a bisector center line. Can you see the center line? It's perpendicular to the circle. This is bisector center line. Dimensions, as usual, we click dimension. Okay, you just click the circle and it will give you the 590 dimension. Click this other. Here we have 565. If you wish, you can click, right click and go to options and change arrowhead inside single dimension line. Okay, if I keep single, can you see it's one arrow only? Click OK. Okay, what else? Linear dimensions. Then from here to here, or you can click the, can you see if I click here, it will give me the diameter of this one. You understand this is a hole and this is the diameter, but holes, they have their own dimension. Okay, can you see hole and thread dimensions? We usually don't give holes dimensions, auto dimension. We give from hole and chambers also. Again, dimension again. Okay, from this to this one is the PCD. Do we give it here? No, we have to give it here. We click here and give it as a center. Right click, dimension type, or here option, single arrow. Corner do not have, click here, and you can use your arrows at your keyboard and write here PCD. Pitch circle diameter 42. Okay. Linear dimensions, then from where? From here to here, for example, 6. Click OK. Dimensions shouldn't be crossed, which means if I give this one 12, click OK, and I want to give the with this dimension, then this way of putting dimension is wrong. They don't have to be crossed. Always the bigger dimension is out in the out, and the smaller is inside the bigger dimension. Okay, if any time you have here some issue with your number, you can take it to the right or you can take it to the left. Just clicking and take it out or left, or center it inside. For 6 here, small space here, I can take it a little bit back. This is for dimensions. Save. What about the whole dimension? Then the whole dimension you can hole and thread, and just click the hole, and it will understand the type of the hole and all the parameters of this hole. By 16 again for this one. Okay, put it here and hit escape. Double click this one go with your arrow to the left and write 6 holes. Click OK. What about labels? Then double click here and you can write down the label. It's the front view. Click OK. Nothing happens. Why? Of course, we have our dimension outside the border. We'll take it a little bit here. This one we can move it a little bit here. Then you'll arrange your sheet. You'll arrange your sheet as you wish. Then double click. We write it down, but it didn't show. In order to show the label of the view, you have to switch on the light. Toggle label visibility. Can you see? Click the light here. Click OK, and this is my front view. Of course, with you, it will go up. You have to take it down. You have to take it down. I come to here. Can you see the move sign on my arrow? Okay, now, and it's highlighted, and I can move it anywhere I wish. Then this way we put dimensions, we create views, we create sections. We create views labels, we change the section label, everything is done. You can finish your drawing sheets, okay, for other parts the same way. In order to put borders here, as you can see, I put this one, I'll take it a little bit there in order to have space. You can put more than one part in one sheet. In order to put a border for this one, you go to place views and you hit the sketch. Sorry, start a sketch. You click inside the drawing and you are in the sketching mode. You can draw here a line from here to here in order to show that this space for this part. Right click, click OK. You can draw another line here. So you can make spaces in your drawing sheet as you wish. Finish a sketch, and this is for this one, and this is the space for the other one. Okay, anytime you can double click this one and change it. There, change it here, delete it, etc., etc. And this way we come to end of our project, finalizing with the drawings, okay, for end manufacturer. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. If you have any questions, you drop them down. I'll be happy to answer. We'll see you in next project. Every project will have something new. This is the simplest project that we'll start with. Next we'll have more complex projects and more parts. Thank you very much for joining, and goodbye.